This is a 1988 Ford turbo coupe motor. So basically in the 80s everyone was making like a turbo motor of some sort. I think Dodge had the Daytona and whatnot. So Ford had this in the turbo coupe, the SVO Mustangs, and then the Mercury X4i or some shit. So right now I am just freshening up the motor, plugs, wires, doing all the gaskets, cleaning the injectors, timing belt obviously, and replacing all the hoses on the motor. And the reason is, it is going in this Ranger. It's a 94 Ranger, 4-cylinder, 5-speed. Won't be using the tranny or motor out of it, probably the rear end for now. But it's gonna make, they make about 190 stock, and that was like 25, 30 years ago. Slash, this thing has 188,000 on it now, so I'm gonna up the boost a little bit and just do, you know, like exhaust, intake, stuff of that nature, and hoping to get around 250. So we'll see. But here's the start of me just putting this thing together, and it's gonna be going in that truck in a little bit. I'm daily driving that thing right now. The STI still on break-in period. So part one, yo. Alright, man, part one, the turbo coupe motor. I just pulled off the power steering pump and alternator, and the cover. Look at this. This is the spring that tensions the timing belt. It's literally a spring. That is hardcore. So I'm probably gonna order a water pump. I forgot to, apparently. So I gotta take that off, get these hoses, because they look like crap. Probably gonna sandblast these, repaint them. And I probably gotta pull the crank pulley somehow, which I'll figure out later. But this is as far as I've gotten, yeah, so far. Timing belt doesn't even look terrible on it, but I'm still gonna do it because it was $23 and I have it. I even got this tensioner. This one I don't have, so I hope it's good. So we'll see what happens. Big strap wrench. Had it around the pulley, trying to get the water pump. So it looks like I'll be using an impact gun. Don't. Oh, it's lifetime. Keeping. Timing belt's off. The pulley. Trying to clean it up. It's really dirty. It's bad. Might do the water pump. Might not. Don't know yet. Pulled off the intake elbow, which is right there. Gonna take the injectors out. They need to be resealed and cleaned. Probably gonna clean the whole motor again. I gotta do the valve cover gasket as well, because that is smoked. So see what happens. I pulled all the wiring. There's all the injector wiring. Pulled the spark plug wires. Labeled everything. And this is going a lot better than the Subaru motor already. So I can't wait for something to go horribly wrong. Can't wait to see what it is, I guess. So I'm going to pull the fuel rail right now, and I might do the valve cover gasket, depending on what time it is. I found out why the valve cover is leaking. Let's see. That's hand tight. That's hand tight. Can't really reach that one, but I bet you it's hand tight. This one, hand tight. See, that's why I like this motor. Everything just kind of falls off of it. Can't really get a good grip on that one. You can get it with this end one. Let's see. That one's actually tight. This one. That one's tight. Can't get to that one. But literally half of the bolts were hand tight. So there's your problem right there. I got a brand new gasket though, so might as well throw her on. Got the valve cover off. I mean, the cam and everything actually looks like really good. Like none of the valves have slack in them or nothing. Something that was pretty interesting was the valve cover. Notice how it's missing a screw? That one has a screw, that one does not. Hoping that's in the oil pan, because it's definitely not in the top. So I guess we'll get to that. I guess I don't know, maybe it came out when they drained the oil. This thing has like 180K on it, so who knows. I'm using the Mechanical Jesus tool to clean the valve cover, which is working quite well. That's how to clean gasket material the easy way off aluminum. Like, it had some RTV on it. It was a cork gasket. Somebody put RTV on it as well, and it was hard as a rock. So this thing, once again, amazing. And they look rough. I got one out right here. I'm going to do some method that I saw on the internet to clean them, which involves basically I have a straw from Brake Clean in there. You know, shove your end of the hose into there, hold the Brake Clean can down, and then pulse the injector. So this should be super legit in case you're wondering. So I'm going to hold this with the hand I'm holding the phone with. And I'm having it spray out right where the sparks are going to be because I pretty much welcome death at this point. So push down the can. Oh, look at it. That is some, oh shit, it's broken. Ah! I don't know. I'm going to catch on fire. This is fucking a bad idea. I can't even hold it with my, alright. I'm going to try to hold the bottle with my elbow. Do that spray pattern, huh? Atomization. If I catch on fire, this is going to be a good video. Sick! Now I just gotta do that like 3 or 4 more times and try not to blow up. So I got all the hard lines. I just sanded them and painted them real quick so they don't rot away. And most of the hoses on this motor are just like 90s, preformed 90s. So I went to my local Advance Auto Parts, and basically I just bought a hose like this with 2 preformed 90s and then cut it. So now I have 2 brand new preformed 90s. So I did that twice. There's 4 of them. And this is a line I replaced. I mean, it's basically didn't have coolant line this small, so I think this is a fuel line. That goes there. Hooked up to the hard lines. I replaced these 2 already. Those 2 90s. And then I have this one cut, but I didn't replace it. And another one goes right here. Oh no, I just touched it. Yeah, that's wet paint. It's taking forever to dry. I gotta finish cleaning up the valve cover and put that on and look really hard for that screw that's missing. I gotta clean up this surface as well. I got a nice Velcro rubber gasket. Hopefully it'll seal. I mean, it works. Usually works good when the bolts are tight too. I noticed some weld on my intake manifold right there. There's a crack going through it. It's nice, right? Still gonna send it. I also ended up buying a new water pump because it was only $30. It's in that blue box. So I'm gonna be throwing that on. And then I'm probably gonna do the timing belt and all that garbage, which is extremely easy. Wait till you see this. Like, you use the dipstick to line it up. It's fucking insane. Got some engine cleaner. I'm gonna get my pressure washer back from Jimmy and pressure wash this thing. And then what else? Then I guess I just gotta do the cap rotor, spark plugs. I gotta finish up the injectors before I spray it as well. That's a shitty job, so I've been slacking on that, but I only got that one done so far. So I gotta do all 3 of those, 3 more. Put new O-rings on them, slam them back in, and I don't know, that should be it. I might pull the pan off to look for that screw some more, but really not too hard. I don't think I drained the oil out of this thing when I pulled it, so I gotta do that too. But yeah, oh yeah, I gotta do the exhaust manifold gasket. So there's a broken stud right there. I gotta somehow get out. So yeah, that's where I'm at right at this moment. So I just cleaned out the basement and, you know, cleaned off my workbench and stuff. It's kind of nice. It's warm. Got the stereo going. I keep a lot of stuff down here. Press, drill press, fire extinguisher. That's a 3-jaw puller set, which is awesome. Another drill press and bench grinder, big vise. So this is the VAM, volume at, I don't know. It's basically an air shredder. It's like a mass airflow sensor for the turbo coupe motor. I'm just stripping it down. I'm gonna go with the cone filter instead of this elaborate. It's got, let's see. This thing was on there, and then I had a filter element. Oh, there it is. Replace this. This is all garbage now, anyways. So I'm gonna replace this jammy, and it had a big snorkel coming off of it with a cone filter. That's supposed to be like 10 horse, which sounds good to me. So far, I took this bracket off. Gotta split the elbow right here, and then I'll probably just come out with a piece of pipe and a what's it called, cone filter. But it's basically just like a big door. Can't even see it, but rudimentary technology that used to work really well, I guess. So let's see what this looks like. All stripped down. Probably just took like 10 pounds off this thing. So weight reduction is power. Looks like it has some type of air temperature sensor, and that's the big shutter. So wide open throttle, this thing's ripping. So that'll be easy when I go put it in. The other side of this goes into the top mount, which is right there. Top mount right there. So that should be nice and easy. That was an utter lie. Actually, the other side of this goes into the turbo inlet. Sorry for lying to you guys. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, please. Check out the rest of the build. Probably gonna happen within the course of like a month or so. Still gotta grab some parts. I need a wiring harness and whatnot. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, blah blah blah. Talk shit in the shit talker below.